What if I told you that we could take thousands of years of the greatest human wisdom and distill it down into one single incredibly powerful daily framework? Well, welcome to today's Explainer, because that is exactly what we're going to do. We are about to synthesize the sharpest strategic minds of ancient India, the profound divine insights of the Bhagavad Gita, and the deeply grounding philosophies of the most disciplined people on earth. We are rolling all of that into one ultimate operating system for your life.
So think about it. What if you actually could combine ancient strategy, divine wisdom, and extreme discipline? It sounds kind of impossible, right? Like you're trying to mix oil, water, and fire. But it's really not. Each of these traditions has survived for millennia for one very simple reason. They absolutely work. And by the end of this explainer, I promise you aren't just going to understand them conceptually. I'm going to give you a highly actionable 12-principle checklist that you can start using literally today to transform your mindset and your results. Okay, here is our roadmap for today. First, we'll define the 3 wisdom traditions. Next, we'll map them across 8 key life areas. Then, we'll distill everything down into 12 golden principles, and we'll wrap up with a daily practice checklist you can start using tomorrow morning. Let's dive in.
Part 1. The 3 wisdom traditions.
Now, while each of these traditions is legendary all on its own, it's the combination of the 3 that creates this extraordinary system. We're not just looking at isolated ideas here, we are building a holistic engine for living. First up, we have Chanakya Niti. If you aren't familiar with Chanakya, just imagine a 2,300-year-old Indian strategist who possessed the tactical genius of the greatest modern CEOs. His core focus was uncompromisingly practical. He's all about thinking deeply, planning meticulously, and leading with massive purpose. Chanakya is your ultimate guide for winning in the outer world. He's basically the voice in your head teaching you how to navigate your career, build rock-solid alliances, manage your money, and achieve tangible success.
The second pillar we're looking at is the Bhagavad Gita. This is the ancient, iconic dialogue between the warrior Arjuna and Lord Krishna, and it's set right in the middle of a chaotic battlefield. Now, while Chanakya handles the outer world, the Gita is your absolute masterclass on the inner world. Its most profound and liberating message is this: you have the right to your actions, but you do not have the right to the fruits of those actions. Let that sink in. It teaches us how to act with immense purpose while finding inner peace, totally detached from the uncontrollable chaos of the results.
And finally, our third pillar, Japanese philosophies. We're talking about concepts like ikigai, kaizen, and wabi-sabi. Now, you've probably heard these words before, but these aren't just trendy buzzwords to slap on a coffee mug. They are meticulous, daily systems for balance, harmony, and excellence. There's a very real reason why Japan consistently boasts some of the longest life expectancies on Earth. You know? They have culturally engineered a daily approach to living that prioritizes slow, sustainable growth and deep meaning.
Moving right along to Part 2, the 8 key life areas synthesized.
Guys, this is where the magic really happens. We are going to take the outer strategy of Chanakya, the inner detachment of the Gita, and the daily harmony of Japan, and apply them directly to critical domains of your life. Let's look at mindset and purpose. For mindset, Chanakya tells us to think deeply and keep our plans hidden. The Gita says, hey, focus on your karma, not the outcome. And Japan offers wabi-sabi, the acceptance of imperfection. The combined principle: think with absolute clarity, detach from outcomes, and accept life exactly as it is. We have got to stop obsessing over results we can't control. Then, look at purpose. Chanakya demands a clear goal and dedication. The Gita says, follow your dharma, do it as right, not what's easy. Japan brings us ikigai, that beautiful intersection of what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and how you can make a living. The synthesis here is incredibly empowering. Live your purpose and contribute to the world using your own unique strengths.
Next up, we map this onto actions and relationships. For actions, Chanakya advises meticulous planning and calculated risks. The Gita counters that by saying, act selflessly with equanimity. Japan gives us kaizen, the philosophy of continuous small improvements. So when we put all that together, the ultimate takeaway is to plan smartly, act selflessly, and focus on improving just a tiny, tiny bit every single day. Now, when it comes to relationships, Chanakya is honestly pretty ruthless. Choose friends wisely and avoid fools. The Gita reminds us to see the divine in everyone and remain humble. Japan offers obe-tori, which is this beautiful concept of not comparing yourself to others, but blooming in your own time. The ultimate takeaway? Build wise relationships, respect everyone, and seriously, stop competing with everyone else so you can focus entirely on your own journey.
And to put this action piece into perspective, let's talk about the number 37. This brilliantly illustrates the math behind Japan's Kaizen philosophy. If you improve just 1% every single day, the compound interest of that effort makes you 37 times better in exactly 1 year. Not 37% better, 37 times better. That is massive. It proves you don't need these overwhelming giant leaps. You just need consistent, selfless action and the discipline to get a tiny bit better today than you were yesterday.
Okay, let's look at discipline and wealth. For discipline, Chanakya says self-control is true strength. The Gita completely agrees, stating a disciplined mind is the key to success. Japan introduces gamen, enduring tough times with dignity and patience. So our combined principle becomes discipline your mind, be exceptionally patient, and stay strong no matter what hits you. Remember, discipline isn't a punishment. It is literally the highest form of self-respect. For wealth, Chanakya notes it comes through wisdom and right efforts. The Gita views wealth merely as a tool for righteous purposes, not the end goal itself. And Japan practices hara achibu, eating until you are 80% full, which is a perfect metaphor for living in moderation. The synthesis? Earn wisely, spend wisely, and live a simple, balanced life. Because frankly, throwing more money at a fundamentally broken relationship with money is never going to fix it.
Our final areas are inner peace and growth. Chanakya finds peace in self-mastery and freedom from anger. The Gita finds it in divine surrender and accepting things with grace. Japan practices Shinrin-yoku, or forest bathing, immersing yourself in nature to heal the mind. Our combined principle here is absolutely essential for modern survival. Stay deeply connected to nature and the quiet divinity within you. And for growth, well, Chanakya says knowledge is power. The Gita says wisdom leads to liberation. Japan pairs kaizen with wabi-sabi. Keep growing, but accept the journey as imperfect. The combined truth is that growth is not a destination, it's a continuous way of living. Keep learning and actually try to enjoy the ride.
Which brings us to part 3, the 12 Golden Principles.
Let's see how all of this builds into our ultimate 12-point synthesis. These are the principles you literally want to print out and stick on your fridge to keep you anchored. Here are the first 6. Number 1, have a clear purpose. That's your ikigai and dharma combined. Number 2, think deeply, plan wisely. Pure Chanakya strategy. Number 3, act selflessly, detach from results, the Gita's karma yoga in action. Number 4, keep improving every day, harnessing the math of kaizen. Number 5, stay calm, patient, and resilient, blending gamen with mind control. And number 6, accept imperfection, embracing the beauty of wabi-sabi. This right here is where high-level philosophy turns into pure, undeniable daily action.
And rounding out the top 12, we have these. Number 7, choose wise company and build trust. Number 8, live in moderation. Remember that 80% rule. Number 9, see oneness in all, practicing true equality. Number 10, learn continuously. Number 11, stay connected with nature. Seriously, get away from your screens and do some forest bathing. And finally, number 12, surrender to the divine and trust the flow. I've got to say, these last few principles, especially moderation and getting quiet time in nature, are absolutely crucial for maintaining our sanity in this hyper-connected modern world.
Finally, part 4, your daily practice checklist.
So, the most important part is taking all this profound philosophy and actually making it actionable. What does this look like on a chaotic Tuesday morning when you're rushing out the door to work? It comes down to these 8 simple daily habits. Set your intention. Work with absolute focus. Stay detached from the outcomes you can't control. Improve yourself by just 1%. Be kind and give value. Practice gratitude. Spend a few minutes in nature. And reflect before sleeping. None of these take more than a few minutes a day. But I want to emphasize this. When you do these consistently over months and years, these 8 tiny shifts will change absolutely everything about the trajectory of your life.
I want to leave you with one final powerful mantra to tie this whole shebang together. Think like Chanakya, act like Arjuna, live like the Japanese. I mean, what a brilliant distillation. You need strategy for success, you need purpose for inner fulfillment, and you need balance for sustainable happiness. Wisdom in the mind, discipline in action, and peace in the heart. That right there, that is the whole game.
So as we wrap up this explainer, I've got to ask you a question. Which of these 12 principles resonates most with the current season of your life right now? Is it accepting imperfection? Is it detaching from results? Find your one principle, write it down, and ask yourself, what would happen if I actually started living it tomorrow? Thank you so much for joining me to explore this incredible framework. Until next time, keep growing, keep learning, and live with undeniable purpose.